Hi and welcome to today's reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current energy of whatever is going on there between the Divine Masculine and Feminine. So yeah, it's about really how both parties are communicating and how your twin flame journey is unfolding in the present moment. So just pay close attention to each card so that you can really receive the full healing of this reading, and also let it point you where it is that you need to go in your heart and your consciousness to fully manifest and expand your union. So let's get started. We're going to start with the Divine Masculine card, and these cards here and the one underneath in the middle is the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey Demarco. So yeah, let's see what we have. I don't know until I flip it over. We have beaver. Well, you know what beaver connotates, right? So it's kind of funny. But anyway, work. Yeah, I mean, beavers also they do a lot of work, right? To like build a dam. And so what the Divine Masculine might be thinking about, and also I just have to laugh. Okay. But yeah, the Divine Masculine's also at work, taking one little step at a time and not really caring so much about what the Divine Feminine appears to be kind of throwing at him or whatever. He's just like, I'm gonna build this dam, and I'm feeling you, and I'm not gonna worry about your BS. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to work right now. And that's his way of loving right now. That's his way of giving, is just through that service. And there might be a block there to that, and it could be speaking to that block as well, but it's definitely speaking to that kind of hunkering down and just whittling away at the wood. And so yeah, it's in process. A structure that's being built is in process, and those kinds of things can take time. So if there's something also in your life that you're watching this and you're the Divine Masculine and you're working at it, if you're the Divine Feminine and you're wondering when something's going to manifest and you've been feeling into it, this is a good sign too that it's coming together. It's just it needs to you need space and energy to complete the process. And so it's safe to give your Divine Masculine just hold space for him to go ahead and do his work, right? Do his work. And that also, if there's a block there, then giving him that space and recognizing that is going to help him. And it's also going to help him claim more of himself, who he is you're recognizing that about him, and as the Divine Feminine. So yeah, it feels good. And over here for the Divine Feminine, we have Kindness, Fruit Bat, Flying Fox. I think this card came up pretty recently, maybe the last time I used this deck. I'm not sure, but in any case, yeah, I mean, it really just speaks to what I was just saying. It's kind of time for the Divine Feminine to go deeper with this. If you're having any kind of grumpiness come up, or maybe grumpy could even be an understatement for you. Maybe you're feeling upset about something, or upset with your Divine Masculine, or some area of your life. If there is anything that is feeling not good, that you're leaking energy into that not good feeling, this card nicely, kindly suggests that you practice kindness and you practice giving from a place that is easy for you to give from. And that also means giving to yourself. Kindness, true kindness is very easy to, it's just easy to be in that flow when you really feel that in your heart. So it's safe to center there in your heart and to dispel any patterns and feel into those, that any programming against, essentially like trying to attack your divine masculine twin flame. To me, it speaks to this idea of the fruit bat being, like there's a kind exchange going on here, and bats, they can have a bad rap, right? The truth is that the bat is it just wants to be your friend, right? Like your divine masculine just wants to be your friend. He likes you, in truth. If this truly is your twin flame, they do. So just practice that kindness and keep going deeper. It's okay and perfectly safe to feel how you feel and feel where you're upset or anything that's out of alignment with that. And of course, you're not going to look like love and light all the time on your spiritual journey. That's okay. But just know that this is your desire. Of course, you desire to be kind and to share. And if you feel like you don't, you're having some resistance to that, or anything's triggering you about that, then just go into that place and see what that's about. We all want this world to be a better place. We all want our divine counterpart to feel good because we feel good. But it's about also putting yourself first so that you can feel good. And that actually is perfectly wonderful and acceptable. And then you're just going to generate more kindness easily, because it's not even coming from you, right? It's coming from source. And when you're doing that and the fruit bat gets fed, and then the divine it's easier to work the divine masculine, and for him to complete whatever piece he's completing, whether it's more on the kind of spiritual inner work side or an actual physical manifestation, or both, and or going deeper, directly speaking to expanding and harmonizing your union together. So yeah, just important to build your foundation here in this place where you do feel that truly kind feeling. And that goes towards everyone, right? So let's move on to the middle cards. We have a crystal card. These are Eternal Crystal Oracle deck by Jade-Sky. And the card that we have here is Ruby, Passion. Ooh, love this. Root and sacral chakras. It's so root chakra, and sure, sacral chakra too, but I feel like I sometimes personally I visualize this particular stone, not even intentionally, but when I am feeling that rooted down, or that desire to root down. But I like how this card puts the word passion to Ruby, and the sacral chakra as well, because then it really also speaks to that, how your passions are explored by recognizing that they're real, right? Your root chakra, rooting down, is kind of that recognition that I'm real, being on earth is real, my physical reality is real, here I am, I accept this. And then it's much easier to just dive into your passions, because you might think that being really, I don't know, hyper spiritual, kind of in your upper chakras, is going to help you with your passion. And of course you can receive insight, and it's perfectly fine to have those experiences, and all good, right? but yeah, there's something about then really rooting that all the way down and just humbling yourself there, like recognizing, and when you recognize how great your passions are, you recognize how great other people's are too, and how yours are unique and special, and so are everyone else's, right? And there's not really like a difference, there's just the unique quality. And so it just feels good, you know, to recognize that that perfect divinity in another too. And I think, you know, this really speaks to, of course, like twin flame union as well, and just rooting down into the passion of your union essentially, and living from that place no matter where you're at on your spiritual journey. Just finding that place and recognizing that it is your true foundation, and it's easy to be kind from this place, and it's easy to work from this place, and it's easy to feel those passionate feelings, you know, as well from that place. So all of these things really coming together. And the last card is Honeybee. This card is kind of like, it's interesting, right? And it's reciprocity. Yeah, I said that right. Sometimes I think there's an extra syllable there. But anyway, you know, it's like, ooh, is he gonna get stung by those bees? But it is representing like a positive message. And the honeybee, right? Like again, like the birds and the bees. We have some kind of like, I don't know, almost like trolley signs from the universe here going on about how you might be feeling, you know, really like more sensual desire for your twin flame, and but kind of like speaking to the innocence of that too. And so yeah, it's safe to just go there and explore even more deeply like your union, you know, and your romantic side, whatever that means to you, and romance yourself essentially, and start with that, you know, like you can't expect romance from your twin flame, but that is how you receive it, is just by living that lifestyle, you know, where you always feel romance, because that's always what you're giving. And also like, you know, romancing the world in an appropriate way, right? But like you're you know, like I think about the romantic period of art and just how beautiful some of that work is, you know, for the most part. And a lot of it's not about actual you know, romance like couples, but about just kind of feeling romanced, or like Rumi's perfect example too, like just feeling romanced by the divine and sharing that you know, just that universal way of that experience. And like essentially it's like heaven on earth, right? It's like, oh, if everyone was with and in truth you are, but like, you know, with their twin flame, and what would that feel like? Everyone would be in such a state of being romanced, right? And like in that perfect union. And so yeah, it's safe to like give and receive this with the world, like breathe in and breathe out. Like you see a flower, you recognize its beauty, maybe you smell it, or you know, you get closer to it, and sometimes you can feel like it's energy, like it obviously likes being seen if it's a flower, right? Like flowers, like they're for the most part made for you to be attracted to them. So yeah, it's just something to go deeper with that like state of being in love with life, you know, and how like that's a really harmonious state for you to live in, and very attractive to your twin flame, of course, right? So just expanding that energy there. And that feels complete to me. So I hope that you enjoyed the reading and got all the links below if you're interested in a personalized reading and more. And definitely subscribe if you want to get notifications and stuff. I do readings pretty much every day and other videos as well. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.